It's travel day again. Y'all ready for this? I'm not sure I'm ready for this. We are headed from Berlin. What?
Back.
Gotta listen to instructions first. Hold on.
1.5. 1 foot. 3 inches. Stop. Forward and in.
We're headed from Burlingame State Park in Rhode Island to Thousand Trails Gateway to Cape Cod, and this is on our Miami to Maine mini-series. If you're new to this channel, I'm Amy. That's Mike. I've got Kayla. You can't see him. I'm Amy. That's Mike. This is Kayla, and this is Riley. We packed up our bricks and sticks and decided to sell it all in full-time RV. We've been doing that for over 3 years all across the country. We're glad you're here because today is our adventure. Let's go. Get the chocks.
You know, the chalk's got spider nests in pretty much every one of them.
Oh, I'll let you get the chocks. Somebody isn't at all anxious for travel day. Whoa, careful. Just watch your rail.
We are leaving Burlingame State Park in Westerly, Rhode Island. We're headed off to... Where's it at? Where's that, Amy?
I'm not sure.
Rhode Island 3 North.
I'm not sure Massachusetts. I think it's Rochester, but I'm not exactly sure. It's Thousand Trails Gateway to Cape Cod. And this is not a campground review.
No, it's not.
But we do have those if you're interested.
Check the links. You're sure you can find our campground reviews. This one may be a little... The Burlingame one may be a little bit farther behind than the vlog, but you'll be there eventually.
It will. And we'll take this opportunity to tell you if you haven't, or if you have, subscribe. If you haven't, why haven't you? No, but seriously, check, because sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe you and you don't even realize it. So check now. Like, pause the video and check and make sure you're subscribed. That way you don't miss another one of our adventures.
Maybe,
And give us a thumbs up button, because he works really hard on these videos.
What fun activities are we planning in the Cape Cod area, my love?
I don't know yet. I found a bike ride I'm pretty excited about. It's from one little New England town to another little New England town, and it's about 5 miles. It's a beautiful bike path, and I'm thinking we might be able to get a bike ride in on our bingo card and a picnic in a different state. I know. A twofer. But we're also thinking about going back to one of the places we've been before. We've been to Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket, Cape Cod. We've done those things, but we haven't taken you guys with us. So we're thinking about trying to do one of those things as well.
Thinking about taking the puppies on a ferry ride.
Some of those are, I will say, some of those activities are easier than others, especially with taking the puppies. Because it's a long day, no matter really, I mean, we're about as close as you can get to those locations to, like, as a base camp. No matter where you are, unless you're actually in those locations, it's a long way.
It's at least an hour ferry ride from pretty much any of the places where you can leave from.
And a lot of times it's an hour to get to the ferry.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we'll probably have to take the dogs with us. We don't want to leave them at home that long, which limits us a little bit, but we're going to see what trouble we can get into. Anyhow, those are some of the thoughts I have. Also, maybe Boston.
Boston.
That's a bit ambitious, but we do have chowder on our bingo card for Massachusetts. So I'm thinking somewhere, somehow. And I remember, I have very fond memories. I know you know where I'm going with this, but I have very fond memories of eating a bread bowl with chowder in it at the Boston Market. It was amazing.
It was.
Take the ramp
Boston
on the
one.
right to
Not the-
I-95 north toward Providence.
Not the 90s and early 2000 restaurant chain that went under.
Oh, no. I think there's still some of those around.
Yes. Put it in the comments. Do you have a Boston Market next to you?
It's not one of those, it's not like the fast food chain. This is the market in Boston. Hopefully we'll get to show you guys. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to taking a nice long hot shower.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the full hookups. We have been 2 weeks now without sewer hookups, and this week was skimping on water as well, and electricity was a bit of a challenge.
Gotcha, we haven't told them about it. We failed completely as YouTubers there. I did not tell them anything about our generator.
I thought I did some.
Oh, maybe. Oh, Amy.
Well, in case
I failed. Amy didn't.
well, you were too busy actually taking care of the problem. I think I got some filming of it, but if not... So the plan was a simple plan. This is a dry camping week. I tried to find us a spot that had at least some access to the sun as much as I could find in Burlingame, which is challenging. But we knew that Mike had been working on the solar, and so we were expecting to use the solar and then as our backup, our generator.
We noticed it was running a little bit rough at the last dry camping spot at Assateague.
And you can say, go ahead.
A couple of the people thought it was an industrial generator because it was too loud.
And it was running a little louder than normal, but we were doing everything we could to keep it as quiet as possible.
And I think I did maybe tell them a little bit about that because I took it apart and found out it was the cylinder head. And I looked up the parts, and the parts were going to be a couple $100. But the main thing was we didn't really have any place to send them. So we got here.
It started failing again.
Yeah, we couldn't even get it started. So I messed around with it, and I made a temporary fix that I thought would last. And sure enough, it started right up like that.
Sounded wonderful.
Sounded wonderful, and it ran for exactly like maybe 20 minutes.
Well, also we should mention that it rained for the first couple of days, which is not something you can plan for.
No.
So we weren't getting any solar replenishment on our batteries. So you were trying desperately to keep the generator running, and that's why you made the fix.
Mm-hmm.
And then disaster struck.
It just stopped completely.
Completely. Absolutely completely. Just wouldn't turn over, nothing.
Yeah, the entire post for the head valve just ripped off, and it wouldn't start after that.
So, we have a new generator, folks. And the scariest part was, the hardest part was, we ordered it, disaster struck there too, and they changed the delivery date, and it got pushed back and got pushed back. So we had to go all day with no generator.
No generator.
And it was raining. And we were running on very low battery by the time. And all we were basically running was our fridge. That was the thing we were most concerned about, was our fridge. Because I didn't want to lose everything in the freezer and fridge. That's a lot of money.
I had the truck hooked up at one point. We have the new DC to DC charger for the truck, and which came along with the solar stuff I installed, and we were charging the battery from the truck at one point.
Well, when you finally got the new generator hooked up and running, we were down to what?
3%.
Three, folks. I was biting my nails.
And we only had an hour and a half to run it.
Yeah, because generator hour is 8 to 8.
So I maxed out. I put all the chargers we had on. So I had the new charger, the converter, and a little charger running, putting almost 180 amp hours in the battery. I think we managed to get it up to 70%.
Oh no, it wasn't that high. It was, I think we were up to 40% the first night. And we were just thankful for that because we knew we could get by with about 20%. And then the next day we ran it and got back up to 100% on our battery, and it was just like, woo! It was, I've never been so happy to see a battery full.
The new generator is working good. It's got a little remote too. We can start from the inside.
Which is wonderful. We did change brands this time because, and I'm kind of glad we did, because as Mike was working on the generator, just trying to figure out, like, just keep it going until we got the new one, he found screws that were just not even screwed in anymore. I mean, they were just like, he could just pull them out with his hand. They were that loose.
Important screws too.
I would think most are. But yeah, and so no wonder it was making so much noise and rattling and stuff. It seemed, I don't know if like just driving down the road had made everything, you know, like the screws and everything kind of loosen up, but it needed, I think as you said, it needed work.
I would have needed a full overhaul, and it would have needed replacement parts. Like I said, we're going to be at about $200 for a new head valve assembly and all the gaskets and everything required. And found out too, I would have had to take the entire generator apart to get that head valve off.
So we switched to a Westinghouse.
Yeah.
And we've been really pleased with it so far. We've seen a lot of folks with that generator, and it seems like it's going to really suit our needs. So we're pleased, and we'll keep you updated on it as well in case you're in the market for a new generator. It's fairly quiet.
Yeah, it's nice and quiet until, you know, you try to put 180 amp hours into a lithium battery.
Well, I was going to say, it's also a lot quieter than the other one was. But that doesn't take much at this point. The Champion was quiet until it wasn't.
Yeah. But that little generator's been through a lot, so.
Over 3 years of RV use. We can now sing the song.
Welcome to Massachusetts.
14th biggest state. Massachusetts. Just 2 hours from New York. Tell the folks at home where we're headed. We're off on an adventure.
We are headed to the great north of Boston.
We kept calling it Boston Market. It's a market in Boston, but it's not technically Boston Market. It is Quincy Market in Boston.
That's right.
We looked it up. We accepted the quest.
Yay! You know, I did find out that most of the places called Boston Market are listed as permanently closed.
You and the get off the Boston Market thing. We're on to Quincy Market.
That's right.
And that's where we're going to go get an amazing lunch. Are you excited for this?
I am.
I'm hoping it's just as good as we remember. I don't know, though. I don't know if it could possibly be as good as we remember.
I don't know. It's hard when you go back to things that you remember that were really awesome, because sometimes they don't live up to
In
those
half a mile,
expectations.
take exit.
Yeah, will it live up to the hype? We shall see. But more importantly, I haven't talked to Mike about
Take
this.
exit 19A.
I'm a little nervous. We're headed into Boston with our tow vehicle.
That's right.
And we've already done a little recon and hoping that we can find parking. But we're a little nervous about that.
We were consternating over the parking situation last night, like using Google Maps and street view and everything to try and find clearances for all the parking garage styles.
Surprisingly, that's one of the things that they don't include. I would think that should be like the number one thing besides price that people are looking at. It's hard to find.
But then I remembered that the Hanks did the same thing, and they made a video about it.
Thanks, Hanks.
Thanks, Hanks.
So what you doing?
Measuring the Hanks video.
You're going out to measure and see how tall we are?
Yeah. Remember that they did a video on how tall their truck was and trying to get into Boston parking. And, well, guess what we're doing tomorrow?
Boston parking?
Boston Park.
Yeah. So let's go measure, I guess.
Your truck's taller than ours, but...
Yeah, but we've got the rack on top.
And they showed the name of the parking garage they went to and fit their truck in, so...
We're going to try that one.
They said there was a parking spot open next to them, so,
Yeah, hopefully they held it for us. Although I'm pretty sure they're in California now. Oh.
Destination is on the right.
Yeah, this is the last one we could have made it. A little bit harrowing because we had a piece of equipment on the back of the truck. We should have taken it off before we got here. We knew that parking was going to be tight, and we had people honking at us. We were blocking traffic as we pulled it off the hitch and then backed all the way up. But we got in and got a parking spot right before the 6'8" sign.
right there.
So we were actually probably parked very close to where the Hanks were.
Yeah.
The stupid thing is, 6'8" sign, and then it goes up to open air.
Yeah.
But it's because of this low roof here that's the problem. But man, like, just makes it, all these little things like you have to think about.
All the small things.
It's not just small things. All right, let's go do this. Ooh, they've got fudge.
That's where the Hanks went, the oldest tavern in America.
What's that?
I say, you think that building back there, the oldest tavern in America, is where the Hanks went.
Oh. We ate at, where did we eat? Somewhere over here.
Yeah.
Turn right on the Freedom Trail.
I think the Union House is where we ate before.
This is part of the Freedom Trail.
Green Dragon is where the Samuel Adams would be with the Sons of Liberty. I think we're going this way.
Oh, there it is. Amy successfully recalculated.
After we walked in a circle.
What? I wasn't going to tell them that.
Nobody saw nothing.
Man, they don't know that.
That's right. They don't know.
Parking garage may not be right behind us somewhere. Kind of the way I remember it.
Yep.
Boston chowder.
I thought it was here that we got it.
Didn't we eat upstairs?
Yeah. We're gonna try to get one more small little adventure in for you guys on the way. We ducked out of the rain, so it's gonna be quick, but I think you're gonna like it. So this is the site of the 1915 tragedy where the Boston Molassacre occurred. Unfortunately, a 30-foot wave of fast-moving, thick molasses suffocated many in the vicinity, and they do in fact call it the Molassacre. This is Christ Church. It's where Paul Revere lit the signal lanterns and warned the country of the march of the British troops. This is the skinniest house in Boston. This is one of the many historic graveyards. So this is without our microphones. We're gonna make it quick. We've had a great day, but a bit of a damp day here in Boston. Got ourselves some coffee. Hopefully got some dry shots for you guys of some places that we like, and we're gonna head back.
Yep.
Let's go. Today is a biking adventure on the Mattapoisett Trail, and I think we're also going to be backing up to the Phoenix Trail, so I'm not exactly sure what the mileage is. We'll put the exact mileage down here. It says the Mattapoisett Trail is 2.5 miles, but I thought we were going 5 miles each way, so these might be all trail miles.
What?
Good thing we got the electric bikes.
10 hours later.
No, but this is going to be an absolute beautiful trail. Both of these trails have been built for biking. They are railed trails and have been rebuilt by the community.
Yeah, they were rebuilt by a local technical high school who did an amazing job of rebuilding it. They even built the Shining Tides Mile to withstand hurricane force winds.
It's elevated off the marsh, and I didn't tell you this, but they even engineered it so that light shines through down to the marine floor below, so it doesn't kill off any of that biological area there. Oh. It allows things to thrive and grow.
Some smart thinking on their part.
Yeah, it really shows a lot of community pride as well.
It does.
But first we're going to go by the Friends Market. It's a corner deli, and they sell sandwiches. It's supposed to be really tasty, so we're going to pick up a little bit of some local cuisine to go on a picnic on our bike ride. So we're going to get a twofer today on our bingo card.
Twofer!
A bike ride in the new state and a picnic in a different state.
Woo!
Let's go. You guys going to go with us? All you have to do is ride along.
Mile,
get some snacks
right
though.
onto Massachusetts 105
Bring
North.
snacks. You know what else they have, Michael?
What's it?
Bakery.
What?
We might be in trouble.
Yeah, we're gonna get something to bring with us then.
Send help. Oh my. We've got pies. What have we done? Oh my gracious, that was way better than I was even anticipating or hoping for. Friends Marketplace at Plum Corner. If you come to the area, you've got to come here. They have an amazing bakery section, an amazing deli section. We are planning already to come back and get some dinner items and probably some travel day items too. And more baked goods.
What?
Send help. Send back up. Mike is adjusting my new gear. It's to give y'all at home a better view. This ought to be fun with echoing microphones.
Are you sure this is where it starts? This looks like a road.
No, but it says it right there, it looks like. Do we want to stop here or do we want to keep going?
I guess let's keep going.
Okay. I think there's a further spot for picnic lunches and stuff. My pedal assist doesn't seem to be working. It's okay, I'll just use the throttle. This looks a little sketch. Where is it supposed to go? I mean, it just kind of dumped us out on the road. Oh, there's a bike path over there, or a path over there. A little bit longer of a ride than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Especially with the detours. I mean, we kind of expected 5 miles, but no cheers. Cheers. Woo. Another picnic in another state.
Yeah, there's a lot of details.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what's up.
Yes.
The fortress structure of Fort Phoenix remaining today are the parapet built before the Civil War and the gunpowder magazine, completed in 1865.